going on, everyone? It's Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media. The Patriots' top brass was in full force at LSU's Pro Day, showing especially close attention to quarterback Jayden Daniels and wide receiver Malik Neighbors, both of whom are projected to be top 10 picks in April's upcoming draft. Now, Jayden Daniels is someone the Patriots are actually scheduled to have a meeting with later on tonight. During Daniels' performance, while I don't like to put a lot of stock in Pro Day performances for quarterbacks, frankly, all I think they can really do is hurt someone's performance as you're throwing in shorts and a t-shirt to receivers that you have a scripted set of plays with. That said, Jayden Daniels did impress during his Pro Day performance, and really, all he can do is kind of keep his stock steady at this point. But with buzz talking about him being a potentially number 2 pick over Drake May, it'll certainly be interesting to see how his draft stock is or is not affected from a team perspective. Now, when it comes to Daniels' size, which has been one of his biggest question marks during this draft process, Jayden Daniels came in at 6'3" and change and 210 pounds. Now, for Daniels being a quarterback who's seen as undersized, 210 isn't great. Usually you'd like your quarterbacks to be 215 or 220 at least, so they can take the big hits they're going to face in the NFL. But 210 for someone who looks like Jayden Daniels and carries this type of weight is on the better side of what you'd like to expect. Now, once again, I don't like to put a lot of stock into Pro Day profiles, but Justin Mello of the Draft Network and I did have an in-depth conversation earlier this week about how Jayden Daniels could potentially fit over someone like Drake May at number 3 overall for the Patriots. Here's that discussion.
Well, I think with Jayden Daniels, I mean, first of all, very few quarterbacks throughout the time I've been doing this have taken a step forward like Jayden Daniels has. I mean, if you would have told me a couple of years ago that that kid at Arizona State that was playing the way he was playing was going to turn into this, I wouldn't have believed you, in all honesty. I just wouldn't. I mean, I remember when he entered the portal, one of his teammates called him trash at Arizona State. Like, they didn't like him over there. Like, I can't believe the kid has become what he's become, and good for him. I defended him a lot this season. He was the deserving Heisman Trophy winner. I think there was no doubt about that in my mind. Michael Penix Jr. is the only quarterback that can rival the deep ball that I think Jayden Daniels throws. It's extremely accurate. It's a beautiful thing to see on tape, and it helps when you got guys like Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. To target, right? Like, he took full advantage of that offense, and kudos to Chip Kelly as well, in all honesty, for structuring the offense the way he did and maximizing the talent that Jayden Daniels is. I think if there's one concern, it's sometimes the willingness to abandon the pocket, right? Like, he knows he's an athlete. He knows he can pick up yards with his legs, and we saw him do that. But I think sometimes he bails a little bit early. And in truth, you remember Justin Fields coming out of Ohio State. I was super high on him. The league wasn't high on him because he got drafted where if they were high on him, he goes top 3, right? That's just the way it goes with quarterbacks. He ends up going to the Bears at, 14 or 15, I think it was, or 11, something in that range.
Early 10s, I think.
Yeah. Before
15,
Mac went like 14, 15. Fields was 10, 11. The league wasn't high on him, and I hate to say it, but let's call it what it is. They were probably right? Like, the Bears have just given up on him, and they're going in a different direction. He's going to be a backup this year, and I think what plagued Fields throughout his early years in the league was that willingness to bail the pocket, right? To not stay in and complete the throws that were maybe available to him. I think Jayden Daniels is a bit better in that regard than Justin Fields is, but it's something that concerns me a little. And I'll be honest, it gives me pause to think, and we'll find out on draft night. That's the only time we'll find out, but it gives me pause to think, is the same league that really didn't like Justin Fields, are they going to like Jayden Daniels as much as we're being told they do? And if he goes second or number 2 or 3 overall, then obviously they do. But if he's the one that slides, if he's the 4th quarterback drafted, then it tells us all we need to know.